we packed up, pretty quickly. Um, I don't know if most folks know, I was one of the first people I knew who went to work from home. So we've been working from home a little bit longer than other folks that I'm aware of. And when we planned to leave, I didn't pack up my little Mariah Carey and, my hormone monster. So the first thing I'm going to do is go and check on my babies that are on my desk. The little Funko things. And I think for my birthday, I found out I got an email to go with Mariah Carey and the little hormone monster. I'm getting the Baby Biggie Smalls. So, so that's going to be on my desk. So the first thing I'm going to do is run to my desk, make sure they're okay. And I'm not sure I may bring them home.
So Chantel, I can confirm they're still on your desk. I was in the office like 3 days ago.
Yeah. I thought about like trying to make my way into the city, but I was like, I don't know.
I don't recommend it.
I do want another screen, but I think I'm just going to have to gut it out without the second screen. I don't think it's going to be okay.
That's a great plan. I missed my second screen.
Yes. So it's my desk. What was your other question? It was a two-part question, Jared.
No, just what are some things that you missed that are in the office right now that you don't have in your home office? And what are some things that you can't wait to do when you do get there?
I miss the wall of the white wall. Office have a wall that's painted with whiteboard paint, and I can't write on the walls in my apartment. I mean, I could, I'm an adult, but like then I'd have to deal with that. But I do miss having a whiteboard just to scribble things onto and kind of just to go through. So I've become even more analog. So I keep one of these, and I keep my iPullRank pen right here on my left side, and that's where all of my notes go. But yeah, I just want to write on some walls, and I miss my coffee guy.
I definitely miss the coffee guy. I can't get my Green Mountain to hit like the way he does. I don't know why.
You have to switch to Cafe Bustelo.
I might need to, but I'm a Green Mountain. That's all I've been trying with the pods and the Keurig cups.
Oh no, I use a French press.
I see you're way more advanced than I am. How about you, Mike? What are some things I could imagine? You're like me, 2 kids, man. How is this? What are some of the things you're looking forward to when you get in the office? I'm probably like, I just want to go there.
Quiet time and the video studio. I miss being able to just be like, idea, go make a video. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to have that back.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
When we get back in the office, we have to move very quickly in terms of our podcasting because it just bums me out that I'm like, everything's there, because that would have been a really great break from our day to day to be able to like record the podcast at home, because a lot of podcasters are recording, and we would have, it's fine. We're going to do it. Our podcast is going to be awesome.
Yeah, just for everybody at home, we will be still doing the podcast, and this is our version of the podcast, but we felt it'd be much better to sit here, be able to see you guys, engage with you, and really just get to know us. But if there are any questions, I hope you're feeding them into the chat. Please let us know. We'd love to answer any questions. In the meantime, we'll still continue to rank some of the things that we do like, don't like from working from home. I'll go into this one. I think this is a really cool one. What are the best and worst usages of Zoom right now? What have you seen like, oh, that's really creative? And what have you seen is like, oh, come on.
Mike, what are you seeing in the land of Zoom?
It's more I see like my daughter doing things on Zoom. So she does like yoga classes, dance classes and things. And she does school. So aside from like our meetings that we have, those are only interesting things that I see on Zoom.
What about you, Jared? What do you got going on?
Well, I could definitely tell you one of the worst things I've seen. I hate to say that. What's the thing we did a couple of weeks back? The Rose Mansion one. Yeah, I like the Zoom. I like the creative backgrounds and how creative people are getting with their backgrounds, but I don't like it being 300 people in a Zoom and not being able to say anything. I don't know who you are. I'm looking at you. Then they change it to some other row of people. I'm like, what's going on? Then they're looking at my background. It's just, it's too much. Me personally, I prefer intimate settings. Like 50 is the top, is the max for me. Like certain businesses, you just can't do it.
I see what you're saying. I mean, you guys know that the 30th was my birthday. So I had my birthday party on Zoom. And it was not just, it was a meeting of my friends in New York friends, Atlanta, LA. It was pretty nice. Philly. We all got together. We were on Zoom. We all had cocktails. I dressed and put on makeup and earrings, and we just talked all kinds. It was very loud at points. One of my really good friends is a DJ, so he like DJ'd for a little bit. It was like a section. It was like having a VIP section, but in my home office nook. But it was lovely. Bad uses of Zoom, I would say too many people. I think 100 is too many.
How many did you have at the birthday party?
I think it was never more than 15 people at a time.
Got it. Would you do it again?
Like if you mean like really like if I was to have a VIP section, those would have been the people, with the exception of the babies, because there were some babies who floated in, but you know, it would have been those folks there. So it was really nice.
Would you do it again? Would that be you continue?
I might have a more parsed down happy hour that I was invited to later on today.
Yeah, I will say, me and my family, we do like a wine hour on Sundays, and that's cool too because we're all just like drinking, hanging out, and just catching up. And I get to play with like Snap Camera, and they're like, "Oh, how do you do that?"
Yeah,
and just laughing at
do
my
you
bad
do
jokes.
the cat on your head? Do you
Sometimes.
do the cat?
Yeah.
And what's the new wine recommendation? Because you know your family is like, what do you got?
I mean, there's not much recommendation. It's just a lot of drinking.
Oh, well, you have to start giving us a weekly recommendation on our weekly status so we can get like you. We like wine.
Cool.
Oh, Anita says that there are whiteboard sheets that cover a wall with static, and you can cover like 2 walls. Maybe I should do that.
Is that easy to take down?
I don't know. My lease is for 2 more years. I'm not going anywhere.
And we also have a question from Nate too. He asked, how has our daily routine changed since working from home?
I don't think Chantel's has changed.
Oh
yeah. Just not get on a train or the bus.
The bus, yes. So I get up at the alarm clock goes off. I get up. I play the playlist that starts with Kirk Franklin and ends with Ghostface Killer because that's who I am. I pick out my outfit, even though it's usually leggings or sweatpants, but like I decided, I take very long showers. I do the whole lotion. I don't put on makeup. This is just for you guys. I do not do all of this for my coworkers, but I'll have a week where it's like head wraps or lip gloss or something just to keep me going. So when I walk from my bedroom to my desk area, I don't go back in my bedroom until the evening.
Yeah,
that is a different setup. So until I log off, I don't go back in there.
Good
thing I got a good size apartment.
I know for me personally, it's changed. Everything has changed. Like I said, my hours are like 8 to 1, 2 o'clock, maybe even sometimes 3 in the morning, depending what we've got on the table for the next day. And I kind of wake up 9 o'clock right before our morning meetings, depending on sometimes I'm really lucky, it might be 8:30, but it's hard to switch it off. You know, some days I'm doing like 3 hours from 9 to 12. I really get some time. But then my girlfriend, she's teaching from 12 to 2. So I have to stop and be with the baby from those points and then getting back in the groove and then turning it back off. It's difficult for sure. I know a lot of people are dealing with that. And Mike, I can imagine you, man. But you've been pumping out content like crazy. You've been killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was super difficult at first because, you know, with kids running around, you're trying to write, you can't really focus. You can't tell if what you're writing is good or not. So it was really slowing down the process. But, you know, me and my girl just started like switching off here and there, mostly her watching the kids and then me being in here just like focusing. But if she had like an important meeting, then I go out and watch them. But it's very difficult to establish a consistent flow of things.
Yeah. We have a question from Gene. He asks how the sleep patterns have changed, especially with the kids.
Y'all canceled bedtime.
bedtime is done.
No, we still stay on the standard process for sleep and all that, but my sleep patterns are different.
For sure.
Really?
For sure. I'm getting 5 hours, 6 hours if I'm lucky.
Yeah, I'm finding myself going to sleep later and waking up earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I had got a little bit out of sorts one night because I got caught up on that show, Little Fires Everywhere.
Mm-hmm. How is it?
You know what? It was boring the first episode, and then it just takes off. It's really stick with it though, which is I try to tell my sister all the time, and she usually abandons it. But just stick with it. Stick with the show. But I repositioned my melatonin, and now I've been sleeping before midnight every day this week, which I find allows me to perform better because I do spend a lot of time facing folks and talking to them and trying to kind of, I don't want to say set the vibe. So I have to have like good energy, and my energy is not always good if I'm not sleeping well. You know what I mean? So I have to force myself to take the melatonin, not drink too much because alcohol sleep is not sleep. Passed out.
Depends who you ask.
So I just do melatonin and try to shut it down, and just I got to give my 8 to 9 hours of straight focus on my work. So I just need my energy.
Then we actually have would you guys rank your top 3? What are your top 3 go-to shows right
now? Better Call Saul.
All right.
Ozark. Season 3 is crazy.
Classic.
And probably Blackish.
I've got to get into Blackish. I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but I keep hearing it's really good.
It's great. It's like the modern Cosby Show.
We see from Ray says my brilliant friend. I haven't watched that.
I like Ray's TV Chased.
I know me. I'll still, but the Ozarks definitely for sure. Narcos Mexico. I just rewatched that last season was incredible.
I'm not in the mood for reading at night.
Yeah, subtitles. But if you're in the action is crazy. And what was a good movie? I actually just saw. But Chantal, you go into it. I just lost it. I had a great movie we just saw like 2 days ago.
So because we're trying to maintain the connections, myself and my sister are rewatching. Well, I'm rewatching The Wire. My sister is watching The Wire for the first time. A joy to behold someone discovering this for the first time. And sometimes she's really like her predictions. I'm like, sure you haven't seen this before? And she's like, this person's this and this person's that. It's such a great show. I'm also watching The Plot Against America on HBO, which is really good. It's heavy, but it's super good. If anyone has time to think about bad thoughts about the 40s, it's a really good show. And Little Fires Everywhere. Those are the 3 things that I would say I'm watching. And makeup tutorials on YouTube.
I tried to cut my hair. It wasn't happening. Clippers didn't agree with me. But yeah, so also if I had to rank something, what's the worst thing to watch right now? Please stay off the news. I watched the news for 2 hours straight. I was watching Don Lemon, and next thing you know, I'm on the couch with a whole hazmat. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's not healthy. Please don't. But we got to.
Did anybody see the Scheme on HBO? Did you guys see that with the young man who he was like an NCAA? I don't want to call him a recruiter. He was like a connector, where he would connect agents, coaches, and players. He was a booster. He was a booster, but he got really almost caught up in some bad stuff. It's worth a watch if you guys have time.
I definitely have time.
Yeah, I popped up on a webinar yesterday, and like right before they introduced me, they were like, "Yeah, so introducing. I hope he's here," and I'm like, "Where else would I be?" You know, it's not like I got like a basketball game to attend.
Catch a little handball down at the courts.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jared?
No, we almost done. No, we only have 3 more minutes. I'd love to hear from the crowd. We actually had one question from Rob. He was like, "How do you try to keep a schedule?" He's working heavy OT, projects to 1 a.m. and back up with the kids at 6:30. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I feel like a brick. It hit me reading that. I know the feeling, man.
How do you guys keep your patience?
Patience.
Fair. That's honest. I like that. Thank you. Thank you.
I keep my patience by hiring fantastic account managers so they can be the patient ones.
And yes, because I think some of my family is on this. I'm sure that they will tell you that I'm the most patient person that they know and that they are aware of. Yes. Chantel Branch, patience.
I think I have to be. The kids, not so much sometimes, but I'm definitely getting there as far as clients. We got to be patient right now. Like you said, empathetic, know what's going on. But everything else in this house, I'm driving my kids crazy. I know that.
So Rob asked, what's the role of our account managers? Chantel, why don't you tell them?
Hi, I'm Chantel Branch. I'm one of the account managers here at iPullRank. My responsibility is to, once Jarrett sells a client, for me to take them, bring them on board, everything from soup to nuts. So launch them, onboarding them, servicing them, questioning them when things are not going as well as we'd like them to, solving their problems, and also maintaining the relationships for as long as we can maintain them.
Facts.
Yep. And since Chantel's been on board, like everything has been fantastic. Chantel's great at what she does. I know every client that we've worked with, I've worked with personally, loves her. She's been doing a fantastic job, especially right now. Hats off to you, Chantel, because I know I couldn't do it, man. It's very hard, very difficult. Your patience, but you've done a great job, and certainly appreciate you.
The last part again. Say the last part. That I'm patient.
You're patient.
Chantel has a lot of patience.
Absolutely. There goes Ryan. Very
In the photograph, they need to know Chantel's very.
And you're gonna have video proof that people think you're patient.
Yeah, you guys should make that a clip. So Rob hired one this week who starts officially today. So he's starting. How is he onboarding?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm curious what it's like to be onboarded in a remote capacity. I'm sure people do it every day, but like, we've never had to do that, right? So like, let's say we move forward with a candidate soon, which we may or may not do. What does that process need to look like to make it so, one, they feel like they're connected, they're involved, they know everything they need to know to be a valuable contributor to the team?
Yeah, that's tough. Me personally, I feel like when you're going on to a new job, I think that in-person interaction means everything. I'm a big person on energy. So I like to see the team. I like to meet the team, have questions, and doing it online, I'm not sure it's going to have that same effect. And then most businesses haven't planned or prepped for things like this. So how do you integrate and how do you make sure it's a seamless transition from you starting to you implementing and doing your job?
See, Rob, it looks like Rob has a pretty solid process from for the remote onboarding. They do everything utilizing Zoom. It's probably a lot of one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, has to be. And we have a question from Brian. Does Chantel have tips for people to be more patient? There you go.
Yes, I do. Take a deep breath. Think whatever you're thinking, and then speak what you need to speak. So allow yourself to feel however you're feeling, but then you still have to be mindful of what your task at hand is, and you need to be.
So here's the thing. I do that all the time, right? But that deep breath comes out as a, and then what happens is what I was thinking escapes through my mouth. So
I don't know anything about that.
That's real.
What? Facial expressions? No idea.
All right, guys.
We're past. Just want to say thank you to everybody who has joined. We really appreciate the engagement, the questions. Thank you for joining us. It means a lot to us. We'll be doing this continuously. And remember, this is going to be the portion where we just want to have an intimate conversation with you guys, get to know you, help you get to know us, hopefully work with you guys in the future, and really just have some topics that we can talk that affects us all. So we'll also be having guests. We're really excited about that. If you guys can help us with any feedback, any questions, please, we'd love to make this as best as possible. And we're looking forward to seeing and joining you guys. Please feel free to connect, like, share, comment. LinkedIn, I'm Jared Thomas, Chantel Branch, Mike King. Please connect with us all, and really appreciate y'all.
Thank you,
Good to
guys.
see everybody.
Bye.
Later.